Hi everyone, today's video is really exciting because it's going to be a demonstration and review on this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Palette, and it is a lot smaller than you might think online. A lot of reviews have been saying that, but I personally do think it's really worth it. I was going to do a first impressions video on this, but when I got it a few weeks ago I just couldn't wait, and it's been too dark to film all the time when I've been coming home from work, so I've finally got a chance to film this today. So hopefully the lighting's okay, it's just natural daylight at the moment. And the reason that I might be looking a bit flat is because I have everything on, like my foundation, eyes, etc, but not any bronzer, blusher, highlighter or anything, because I'm going to be demoing this today. It looks like this, and it comes with 6 different products in it. It comes with 2 blushers, a bronzer, 2 finishing powders and a highlight in the middle, and in order they are, I think that they've actually put the sticker on back to front on this, so if I'm doing this the other way around, this one should be Luminous Bronze Light, Luminous Flush and Mood Exposure, and then this one I think is Dim Light, Iridescent Light and Diffuse Light. I've been really excited to try this because I've not got any Hourglass products at all, and I've heard really good things about them. The pans are very small, maybe about the size of like the Rimmel blushers, but I do find that it's given me a good opportunity to try them all, and if I like one best I can maybe get the full size, and the full size is quite big, but on its own I think maybe they're about £30 to £50 for like the blusher or the bronzer, and this whole palette was £65, which is a lot of money for something this size. I found that this has been really good because it gives me a chance to try basically 4 different products in one, and it's really good for travelling. So today I'm going to basically put these all on my face and tell you what I think about it. And I have worn this a couple times already because I just couldn't wait, but I do really like it, but I will show you what it looks like on the face. Okay, so I've just zoomed in here quite a bit so you can see what I'm actually doing. So the first thing that I'm going to do with this is take the colour Dim Light, which is the yellowy shade here, which is supposed to diffuse redness, and I'm just going to pop that basically under my eyes a little bit and also down the centre of my face because that's where I get the most red. I'm using this Body Shop face and body brush. It is a bit big, but I'm not actually at my own house so I don't have all my brushes here, but I'm just going to use this and pop it under my eyes. And down the centre of the face. My understanding is that these are not setting powders, so they're not going to set your makeup or kind of keep your oils in check or anything. They're just supposed to finish the whole look of your face and make you look slightly photoshopped, especially Dim Light's supposed to blur all your imperfections and your pores and everything. And that's something that I definitely like about these powders. So I'm just popping this just down the T-zone. I cut my fringe in myself, so just getting used to it again. I used to have one. These do seem to have a tiny bit of shimmer throughout them all. I don't know if it's kind of coming off from the highlight or the bronzer, but these powders just have a very, very slight shimmer, but I really don't think it's that detectable on the face. So next I'm going to use Dim Light just kind of on the perimeter of my face, which is a slightly peachier one here. And I don't know if I'd use both of them when I'm doing my makeup, but I just want to use them all for the purpose of this video. And so for this I'm using this Revolution powder brush, which actually looks quite like the Real Techniques one. So this I'm just going to kind of pop on my cheeks a little bit. And just around here. I don't know if I'll gravitate more towards diffuse light because I am more fair and it is more yellow, but this is good to have as well just in the palette. Next I'm going to use some of the bronzer, which is called Luminous Bronze Light, which is this one here. And as I mentioned, it does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but I think that's why it's called Luminous Bronze Light. It's supposed to give you luminosity to the face. And so for that I'm going to use this Clinique brush. Because the pans are so small, this brush is quite big, but you can still get it in. You just have to be careful not to get the other colour as well. So I'm just going to dip that in and pop it on my cheeks. Now this actually is very pigmented. The first time I put it on I was really surprised. I didn't go too heavy handed, but it did pick up a lot of product, so just make sure to tap off the excess. I don't know if you can see that colour already, but you can see that's really put a lot of colour and it's made me look really healthy and glowing, which I like, especially in winter time. Yeah, I was definitely surprised at how much pigment this actually has when I first used it. I think I'm actually going to take a mixture of the two blush colours, which is Luminous Blush and Mood Exposure. I think it might be a case of like in the winter I go more towards the mauve colour and in the summer the pink colour, but for the purpose of this video I'm just going to mix them together. I'm just going to take the Revolution one again and I'm just going to dip them kind of in both. And then I'm just going to pop that on my cheeks. Because it's actually put on quite a lot, I'm just going to buff out a little bit with my beauty blender. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to use is the highlighter, which is the one in the middle here, which is called Iridescent Light. Now this is a really pinky shimmery highlight, so I'm using a Zoeva Luxe highlight brush for this. And because it's a smaller brush, it does fit in really well to the size of the pan. So just pick up a bit of product, tapping it off, and it does kind of kick back a bit of product there. I'm just going to pop this where you'd normally highlight. Just like the top of the cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, and the cupid's bow. This seems to be quite a subtle highlighter. Even in real life it doesn't show up that much. You can see a bit of the sheen on camera here, but I think that's mainly due to like the bronzer and the blusher as well, not so much the highlight. Don't know if you can see that there. It has got a bit of sheen and it is more of a pinky colour, but I do quite like that as well. Okay, so I've zoomed back out so you can see kind of the full effect. That's everything from the palette on my face. I don't think I would use all the products at once, but for the purpose of the video I have. But overall I do really like this palette. It is expensive, but as I mentioned, if you've not tried Hourglass products before, I think it's a good thing to have. You get to try all the products in one and it's travel friendly, and you know, if you don't like a product then you've not spent loads of money on the big full size one. As I mentioned, the powders in this, the dim light and the diffuse light, as far as I'm aware they are not setting powders, so don't think they're going to control your skin if you're a bit oily like I am. They are just supposed to blur things out and just basically finish the look off, hence the name finishing powders. But I really like that because I think as well, although I haven't tried it, I could just set it with a normal translucent powder on top as well, just to lock everything in place. But I do really like this. I think my favourite thing is actually the bronzer, because it actually has so much colour and pigment, but it's not too much, although I don't know how much it looks on camera, but in real life it's just enough to give you that really healthy looking glow. So my overall thoughts on this are that I would recommend it if you've not tried Hourglass products before. I'm not sure if you already have like the ambient lighting palette in the 3, or if you have in the full size, if it is worth the money for that. But I'm really glad that I picked this up and I will definitely continue to use it. So that's everything for this video. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of mini review and demo, and I will see you next time. Bye!